I read a lot. I work at a construction company now, and part of my job there is leadership. And so I've taken our company through a dozen books already in study, and everyone, Pat Lencioni, John Maxwell, even Tebow, we did his leadership study books. They were fantastic. But I came across a fantastic one called The Five Languages of Appreciation in the Workplace. And it was written along the lines of the original book, The Five Love Languages, written by Dr. Gary Chapman. And he got together with Dr. White, and they wrote this book. So they took what was in the five love languages and put it into appreciation and put it into the workplace. And so it really brought to my mind an incredible Bible verse. I wanted to write it down, so I got it right with you. Ephesians 4:29 says, "Don't let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth except for that which is for the building up of one another." And boy, I read that book and I remember that verse, and I'm like, man, this can really work in our workplace. We have 100 employees. We have 18 leaders there, foremen, superintendents, lead men. If we could learn to appreciate each other better in the language that they would accept it in, it could change the face of our company. And it did. It did a fantastic job. People began to send texts back and forth and realizing others' language. So the basic types are, just like in the love language, there's acts of service, words of encouragement, giving of gifts, personal touch, my favorite, personal touch. You give me a high five, then I feel like I accomplished something. You give me a hug, it's over the top. So, and of course, you have to be careful with that one in the workplace. And then the last one, did I say words of encouragement? Mm-hmm. Okay, giving of gifts, I guess, was the last one. So what we learned is that it's not so much the language that is yours, but it's how you speak to your men and your women. How do you communicate best with them? How do you show them the appreciation that they need? And so speaking their language all of a sudden changed the atmosphere at work. And it's just really created a good, positive atmosphere and a productive atmosphere because people begin to appreciate each other more and more. Those words, unwholesome talk, words for building up one another, I want to insert that here and talk about silver boxes. One of my favorite speakers of all time was Florence Littauer, and she did this whole series on personalities. That's when I first started studying about personalities. But then I learned about these silver boxes. And it made sense with this particular verse that what are those, how do you build others up? Well, it's your words. So your words are like little silver boxes, like presents. And so you have to think about today, who am I going to give a present to? And maybe it's that little silver box of positive reinforcement or words of encouragement and appreciation that's in that little box that you can empower somebody, maybe for the first time in their life, to receive that little silver box of appreciation. And it can just change that person's life forever. So think about today, who are you going to encourage with that little silver box?